How much do we really know about where and how our food is produced? What does it really take to grow lettuce for our salads, for instance? Where, when, and what is the best way for both us and our youth to learn about the food production process? What role could schools play? These are the types of questions that motivated Melanie Cutler, a science teacher at Andover High, to dig a little bit deeper.
The project really got started a couple years ago. We're working with a nonprofit organization called the 1420 Foundation, and their mission is to promote the teaching of sustainability in all forms of education. They work also with a school in Costa Rica, who is a high school that also has an organic garden at their school. And the thought was, wouldn't it be great if we had an organic garden here at Andover High and we could share information and data and the students could communicate. And that's really what got the process started.
There are lots of plants that we needed to remove first, and so that's all been cleared and the root systems are finally out, and now they're turning over the soil. They're adding amendments. The UMass Extension gave us a great report on our soil, telling us what we needed to add for amendments to make the soil just right for the plants that we're planting. And now they're incorporating all of that as they turn the soil over. And as they do it, we just talk to them about what they're learning in the class and how it relates to what they're actually doing in the garden.
The Sustainable Garden Project, I've initiated the AHS Greenhouse Project, and I've decided with another student to build a greenhouse, and I've received a grant to purchase a greenhouse kit, and we're in the process of planning and putting together the kit.
The project has been a great way to teach the students about different subjects like chemistry, ecology, and gardening.
So it's really an interdisciplinary project. The math classes were involved in planning some of the garden layout using their geometry skills. We're working with Spanish students to translate the questions that our students have for Costa Rican students. They're translating those questions into Spanish so that we can communicate back and forth. We haven't started yet, but we're getting a website up and going so that we can share kind of multimedia presentations from both the Costa Rican students and our students, videos, pictures, data, so they can easily share those back and forth, which will be nice too. So there's a technology component. What else? The art students have worked on some sculpture that we'll be implementing into the garden. The marketing and business students may be working on a marketing plan and advertising plan for the produce. The environmental science classes obviously are very heavily involved. We're doing a lot with sustainable agriculture and gardening.
But what makes the project even more effective in engaging the students and sustaining their interest is that it has been fun for many.
Yeah, I mean, it's so great for so many ways. One thing, just getting the kids outside and working in the soil and learning where their food comes from, I think is so important. To learn what's in their food is really important and where their food comes from, and that's kind of step one, which is nice. When we learn about the greater impacts that our current food system has on the environment, it's pretty overwhelming, and this is something that students can do locally right here and get enthusiastic about thinking globally and acting locally, really. So by eating the food in the cafeteria that they grow right here at the school, they're eliminating all those carbon emissions from the transportation and cooling costs and refrigeration and manufacturing and everything that goes into that processed food. So they get to be a part of it right here in their daily lives, which is nice.
The students also hope to use the lettuce they grow to feed the school pets, the turtles, which also live in the garden area. The school is taking steps to better the environment by promoting farmers markets and teaching students the importance of agriculture. They can see the process from beginning to end and learn more about where their food comes from. The garden hopes to follow in the steps of the Costa Rican one, and we are excited to see the results of this project in the years to come.